Hi friends, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm hearing tall order. You may be waiting for something. It seems like something's going on, but it may not have happened yet, or it didn't completely roll out. Starting again with the King of Wands. I'm hearing accrual rate. I'm seeing a very, very big focus on your solar plexus energy. Going about reaching out to someone, sending a message. Remember, energies can be reversed. King of Wands. King of Wands deciding to send a message. To reach out to someone. This would be... Okay. We're going to stick with one narrative so as to not make this confusing. It may be reversed for you, so if it is reversed, just flip everything, okay? So, I'm seeing you be in a spot where you are like, I'm taking this upon myself. I know this needs to get done. I'm about to send a message to this person. I'm going to reach out to this person. I'm hearing get it, got it, done. So, it seems like you're ready for doing whatever this is. Sending this message, reaching out. I'm seeing something that you've thought a lot about, like, how do we want to talk to this person? What do we want to say in the message? What is this going to consist of? And it seems like getting to this point feels like a big completion for you, even to get to a point where you're ready to do something, where you're ready to send the message, where you're ready to reach out. There's a focus here on fire energy. You may be leaning more into like the cardinal energy within your chart, the fire within your chart to get this done. Remember, all of us have fire in our charts. Focus on Mars. Taking action. To have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck, you may have not really let anyone know that you were going to do this. This person may have no idea that you were going to do this. Like, you may not be in a place where you're actively talking to them. Or you're just coming out with this and maybe they're not expecting you to, because they may not have been possibly hearing from you to have the Hermit. The Hermit's kind of like when you go into a mode of sort of tucking yourself away, we can say, where you maybe have been like socializing less or reaching out to people less, things along those lines. But now there's a focus on like you actually putting yourself out there in some way and like bringing a particular message to someone. This is something that would feel heartfelt in some way. Earnest. You understood that you were meant to be... Interesting. It seems like you're trying to create something from an emotional standpoint. To have the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck and also the Magician popping out, this means that you may be into developing an emotional connection with someone or something where you get along. Like, the Queen of Cups can be relating over things that feel very dreamy, like imagination, and it can be music and also just like ethereal things in general and like a fantasy space too. This would be somebody that you feel like you share common interests that may even feel like less obvious to you, but it's something that feels very much like it's felt. Like, I feel like I have an understanding of this person. It would feel like I'm hearing fresh air. This person may understand you, or you may feel like you understand this person on like a deeper level with the Queen of Cups. So there's definitely something energetically and emotionally charged that's coming out behind this, out from underneath. And I'm seeing you be in a space where you're like, if I want this to happen, I understand my responsibility here. Like, I'm the one that needs to do something. To have Saturn and also Mercury together, This is kind of like using your voice, using your communication skills in a constructive way, especially having it be related to the King of Wands here and also the Knight of Cups. It's like, in order to send that message out, and I mean, for some of you, this may be a message generally that you're sending, you know, like you could have a platform where you're sending out a message to people that you're connecting with, and you're connecting with people that like energetically are understanding where you're coming from. So yeah, you could be like creating something. For some of you, creating sound is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing you have like very big hopes and dreams for the way that this goes. To have the Ten of Pentacles here, this feels like you being the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles, you're prepared to build what this is that you want to be building. Even feeling like you have what it takes, you have what you need to be able to create this thing that you want. And it probably has a physical translation for you, because Pentacles are generally a physical manifestation that you see. Let's go back to, if this is not just to a specific person, if this is more of like you speaking from a platform, there may be like finances and or resources that are involved within this. Like you may be making money doing this. King of Wands also speaks about being like creative and original and authentic with what you're doing as well. Also, too, to have the Sun here going under the King of Wands can also have to do with a partnership too, or somebody that you're involved with or becoming involved with. So this message that you're sending, this is like an expression of self, is how it's translating. So you would feel like you're allowing yourself to be seen through this message that you're sending, that you're kind of like putting it out there. This is to meet up with someone. Yes. Maybe you're making it more obvious what your intention is. To have the Sun and the Three of Cups, it's like, hey, do you want to hang out? Do you want to meet up? I'm hearing, do you want to get coffee together? Yeah, maybe you're like asking somebody out on a date. It doesn't have to be romantic, can be platonic, but there's definitely a focus here on you connecting with somebody and spending time with them in a way that feels happy. Because the Three of Cups too, it can be like connecting with a friend where you guys get to talk about things that you care about, or you're sharing like this thing that's really important to you. It can be anybody within your life, anyone that you're hanging out with that you feel like gives you some sort of like emotional support, or they're interested in what you're doing. There's somebody that you feel like gets you. That's the point of the Three of Cups. It's to feel like held and seen within a space that feels very mutual, and it feels nice because of that. Like you're understood by this person, and that you, to have the Sun and also the King of Wands here, you feel like you are seen for who you are within this space. Like you feel like this person understands you. You feel like you can speak openly with this person as well. You feel like you get to express yourself, and like you don't need to shy away or hide away. You can be like really honest about who you are, and that this person like loves that, and that's also what they connect with too. So this is a very like beautiful like mutually receptive space that you hold and that you harness with this person in your relationship with this person. There's a lot of truth here within that. This is so sweet. You guys may also be going through, or even have gone through, a lot of ups and downs. Like your relationship may look very different with this person than it had in the past. Like there may be a lot of evolving that this relationship has gone through as well. You may be talking to them also about a big change that you're going through. Yes. Yeah, there may be something that you're doing or something that's happening that you want to talk to this person about. I don't know if it's just like your life and you wanting to share that with this person, or if it's going to like actually involve your relationship with them. Could be either. Yeah, when you see this person, something may feel different, or that it's like growing or changing within your relationship with them. There's something like directionally that's shifting. To have the Death card and also the Wheel of Fortune, the Death card will represent some sort of change that is being undergone with your relationship with this person. And with Jupiter means an expansion of some sort. So something is growing, something is evolving. There's a development here. Even of where things could go, like, hey, like maybe our relationship is going to change in this way or in that way, or like I really like spending time with you like this. Maybe we could like go in this direction together, something like that. So maybe it does involve your relationship with this person. You may also feel like more calm and more in control emotionally too. With the King of Cups, it definitely seems like emotions are involved, but because of where you're coming from and how you feel solid within your personal life, you're also going to be able to show up solidly with this person. It looks like there's an emphasis on the sun. There's an emphasis on Mercury, on Scorpio, Saturn, and also Jupiter. I am seeing two masculine energies here. Feels worth pointing out. Remember, we all have feminine, we all have masculine. Just maybe the way that you're presenting currently and this other person. Now, I'm seeing the Ten of Swords, which generally speaks about an ending, but the Hanged Man is coming out after it, so this may be an ending that is different than what you initially think that it is. Like, with the Hanged Man, like, usually when I see that come through in a reading, it means, like, don't take this at face value. This may actually mean something differently than you think it's going to be. It's kind of like when you, like, wish on a genie and you ask them for something and you think you're asking for one thing and then another thing ends up popping up. It's kind of like that to have the Hanged Man. Especially after something that looks like, oh, the Ten of Swords, that's clearly an ending that I'm having with someone. It's like, it may actually just be something differently. There may be something there could be like an element of the relationship that's going to end that was unnecessary and that like wasn't allowing you to grow further. It doesn't need to mean like a whole relationship, or there could be something that's ending within your life that has nothing to do with this. But there is something here that's coming to an end, which you are going to feel like an alleviation afterwards, because this is something that you may have been dragging behind you that you don't need to be dragging behind you anymore. something that you can let go of. And you even seeing things from like alternate perspectives is going to assist you as well. So like looking into this and then zooming out from it and wanting to understand it will absolutely be beneficial. I'm looking at Aquarius. I'm seeing something that you're waiting on. So it does look like there is some sort of ending that may have felt like painful as you were moving through it. So this can be like anything in your life that you've experienced that like when it was happening, even now still, you could be seeing it in a way where like that wasn't supposed to happen. Any space of you feeling like not in total reception and acceptance of this experience. So I'm seeing that there is a perspective that is going to be evolving and sprouting from this situation that has happened that allows you actually to heal through whatever pain this was of something that no longer is anymore. And I'm seeing that these are the seeds that you're planting, meaning you're investing in like your healing and your growth currently, and being able to pivot and shift your perspective is going to be a very big part of this. It's going to kind of like open you up to what is meant to be growing through this. There may be also too a part of this that you feel very excited about moving forward with. However, I'm seeing you kind of be, it's like rather than all of the passion and inspiration being able to be like let out immediately, like rather than it gushing out in an uncontrolled way, I'm seeing there be something that's kind of moderating it. So yeah, you may be like really excited and want to go in a particular direction, but I'm seeing like this particular space of like healing and you being on your path needs to be happening simultaneously, and that's why you can't go too quickly with something. It's kind of why like the universe is stopping something, because it needs to parallel your path. I hope that makes sense. There may be something that like passionately you want to go after or you want to go towards, and you can't move faster than like your healing path is happening. And it's not just your healing path. I kind of use that as like an umbrella term. It's like you being in alignment with your purpose and you being connected with your visions and following what feels authentic to you and like living out your blueprint, things like this. So like there's something very important here that you're getting connected with, that you're focusing on, with which an ending is important to this, because it kind of seems like your perception of this ending is going to be evolving and changing into like an enlightened perspective. And because that's happening, there's also something that you're stepping in line with in relation to your path. And there's also something maybe outside of yourself that you feel attracted to or passionately about that you want to move towards. However, instead of being able to get there in a day, you're going to have to take 10 days to get there. So it can be like someone or something that you want to go after, and like you can't go all in at once. You have to take your time. Because it needs to be simpatico with this part of your journey is what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's about something about investing in an offer that you want to make. But again, this has to wait. Something cannot happen yet. Something is developing with you that's part of your plan that needs to develop further before this offer can be made, is what I'm seeing. But I'm seeing you be in a spot where you're really thinking about this, and it's something that you feel is part of your path. So yeah, you could be getting to a point where you're thinking about like proposing something or offering something to another person, or like making a gesture towards another person. But it's something that, yeah, you have to wait. What it kind of looks like is that something may have ended and you don't want to, in time, whether this event happened yesterday or 5 years ago, energetically, you may still be very close to the ending of something and still have feelings around that are not fully accepting of that situation. So as you get to a point where you're understanding why that needed to come to an end, and you're letting go of anything that is not acceptance and love about this situation, as you are moving through this, you're stepping more and more into your energy. I'm getting something about chicken noodle soup here. You're stepping more and more into your energy and feeling more connected with yourself and feeling like, I feel like I'm in alignment. I'm not like having so many questions right now. I feel like I know what I'm doing. I feel like I know where I am, why that happened back there in that way that it did, and also what I'm supposed to be doing now. So there's like more clarity that you feel about like even your purpose. We can chalk it up to. And something now that, because you feel in alignment, even with like visions that you have and like places that you see yourself in all of this, like what you see for your future and what you want to be investing in. Now, there's something that you are planting the seeds for, and it is going to lead to you making an offer or a gesture or proposing something. Whether this be in a general sense or to somebody specifically, I'm seeing this be in mind here. You want to make sure that what you're investing in is coming from a conscious space rather than a shadow space. Like, you want to make sure that you're doing things for the right reasons and like really check your intention space. Like, what is my purpose for wanting to do this or wanting to invest in this? And like, am I setting myself up to just like have to go through another cycle where there's something that I need to learn or understand about my shadow, or is this something where like my intentions are pure within this situation and I feel like fully conscious of what this is that I'm doing, and I've really checked in with myself, and so I feel very clear on what this is all about. Okay, so to go over the signs again, I'm looking at Saturn, Mercury, the Sun, Scorpio, Jupiter, Neptune, and Aquarius. Yeah, you may have gone through some sort of ending. Some ending with, an ending with someone. Interesting. There's something about understanding your responsibility within a situation, or your role, the role that you played within a situation, the power that you had within a situation, and also the power that you have now, especially in expressing yourself, how effective you are. I'm seeing something about an ending, so it seems like you had a relationship with somebody in the past that has since come to an end, and I am seeing something about a message about reconciling, but it may be different than you think that it is. So, like, what you initially think this is, it may end up being something a bit different. I'm seeing that you're going to be completing a lesson. I'm seeing a very, very big shift, a very big change that you're going through. Feeling very in alignment with your purpose, feeling like you are growing and connecting, and feeling like there's more clarity surrounding that. And I'm also seeing you be in a space where you're manifesting and building and wanting to expand as far as what you're creating with the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. It feels kind of like what you set your mind to be doing, like because you're in your power, because you're in your element, because you're on your path and in alignment, what it is that you're manifesting is going to like really be able to grow and expand from there because of like how much power you have. See, when we're living in our light, it means that we have so much of our power connected with us. However, when we're living in the shadow, or when we're like not being honest with ourselves or not being honest with other people, it's like you send your energy on missions that leave you. Like when you, for example, like when you tell a lie to someone, it's like sending your energy on a mission where like that's exiting from you, it's leaving you, and so you have that much less energy. But when you're like honest, when you're telling the truth, when you're being honest about who you are, when you're being authentic, when you're staying true to yourself, when you're showing up for yourself, it like collects all of your energy back to you. And so because it looks like you are evolving in a way that is very much connected with you and who you feel like you are, and what you feel like you're meant to be doing and all of that stuff, because it's not just about identity here, it's about like why you feel like you're here and what you're meant to be doing and what you feel like your purpose is and all of that, and how your ethos of like how you're living your life and so on and so forth. So because of that, you're in a place where you're very, very powerful when it comes to what you're manifesting and what you can expand from there because of being in alignment. So I'm seeing something that you're investing in, and I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles pop up because of this. So this means that whatever goal this is that you have of what you're creating, of what you're manifesting, you are going to be seeing this materialize. You just have to give this time to happen, because this is an investment that you're making. And it's like more than anything an investment that you are making for yourself and also for your life. And I am seeing something that like physically materializes in relation to this. And then I'm seeing you be in a space where you feel very grounded and very together. And then it looks like there's some sort of like offer or proposal. It even seems like you have, it's kind of like you gathering things, correcting, connecting things within your life that you wanted. And when you have this stability that you have been building towards, where you're like, I did this for myself, I feel like I've done this independently, I have really been able to like mix and manage and balance my masculine and my feminine energy, where I feel like I'm in a suspended balance now. I can take this because I don't feel like I need anything or anyone else, because I've developed this for myself. I now feel like I can make this offer to this person or propose this to this person or include this other person now in what I'm doing. And because you have that sense of balance, it allows you to have independence when it comes to who it is you're interacting with and connecting with. And you can connect deeper because of how you've connected deeper with yourself, more deeply. So it gives you the opportunity to connect in a way that maybe you've never been able to connect before because of how far inside you've gone. And it seems even like you have something that you want to share, you have something that you want to give now, and you feel very grounded. And so I'm seeing you be ready to then do this thing that is going to like bring even more stability into your life, or something that, because you feel like a rock and so solid, you feel like now you can reach out to that person or do that thing, and that it's not going to rock the boat, because you feel very steady and stable. And so you kind of feel like because you have developed that homeostasis, you can then like introduce what you want into your life and have that become just an extension of the homeostasis. Interesting. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.